Hello and welcome to this video, and we're just gonna add some footstep sounds in this one. You can be hearing a lot of noises right now in the background, and that's because it's raining here. Anyway, let's continue. So we have this picture way, but I don't think this is where I got it from. I will leave a link anyway, so you will just download it from the link that I give you. I'm gonna pin it in the comment section. Right now, after downloading it, I've got it in the project, and it's not the one that we would like to use. I'm just gonna drag it here. I will modify it in iMovie. Now you just have to create a project and then double click to go inside it, and then just drag your audio clip into the import media section, and just drag this to the 0 keyframe of the editor. Now we just don't want all of these together. You're going to select it here, and I'm going to right click and say split clip. Now this is the one that you want. Oh, it's playing the whole. You can't hear it, so it's okay, but you can hear it when you do it in your own editor. Now I just deleted that big extra steps noise part, and I'm just gonna make this a bit longer, and it looks pretty good for me now. Yes, I can hear it, so you should be able to as well. Anyway, now to export this, let me see if we can just copy and paste. So I'm just gonna right click and copy and try to paste. Well, it's not giving me any option. Command V also won't work, so we have to actually do this: share, export file. We're gonna just call this audio rather footstep foot audio. I'm just gonna delete this, all of it, don't need any, and I'm just gonna say audio only, and the files would be mp3. Next, and inside my assets, so you have to locate your project folder, and then you'll find an assets folder, then you will find the my assets, and you will find an audio folder, and there you're gonna just export the file. So I'll just see if it's exported it. Yeah, so exports is done. Alright, so here we are now. We have new audio clip. If I play it, I can hear it. You should be able to hear it in your own editor. All of these audios are stored here, so I'm just going to create a new folder. In this folder, I'm going to call it player. I'm going to drag in the foot audio into the player folder. Then I'm just going to delete this original one, and because we don't need that. So now we're going to do Command 6 or Control 6 as a shortcut to open the animator window. So I'm just going to select player model. I'm going to select the animation to be walking, and I'm going to take it to something like here. Let me just sorry about that cut, but I'm just going to create a new script. I'm going to call this one player model. And I'm going to add component. It's lead holding the scripts. I will add component of type player model. So player model. And then I'm just going to save my project. Back here, just going to go into the player model script, and small script's gonna be, so I'm just gonna define the first variable, so serialize field, private, and this has to be an audio clip. You just name it, let's just name it foot audio clip. Now you can't actually get an audio clip to run without an audio source, so you're just gonna paste the same and change the type to audio source, and then simulator here. Of course, so it has to be an audio source, a foot audio source. And then we're gonna need a method, so we don't need the starts functions, delete those. Starts involved with this, just gonna define a public void, and this is going to be called play foot sound. So here it is, and all we do in this play foot sound, going to do audio source. I think we can just write foot audio, which is the foot audio source that we have, dot what play, which one looks good? Play clip? No, we don't have a play clip. Play one shot. Alright, so play one shot. Let me just check something out. So if you write foot audio, no, it doesn't work right. So you need an audio source to run the audio clip. There's no way you can play that audio clip anyway. So anyway, I'm gonna play one shot, and I'm gonna put the foot audio clip, comma 1. That 1 is our float volume scale. So if you make it 0.5, then volume is gonna be like half of the original audio. Anyway, let's now go in the player folder and drag in the foot audio into the player model object, play model script after attaching it to the player model, and then just gonna add a component on our player, call it the audio source. Just gonna add component of time audio source, uncheck blur away, change the spatial blend to 3D, and then we're gonna drag the player into the foot audio source. Just gonna give the player audio source as a reference. Now again, command 6, and we're gonna hit preview. Then we're going to change it to walking. Go ahead, right about where he puts his feet flat. So yeah, anyway, just gonna right click at 20th frame, right click, add an animation event, and now you can see a player model. So let's call that player model methods, and do the play foot sound. You'll see it if it's public, okay? That's why we made it public, not private. Now we have this 50 frame where I can see the other foot touches. So just gonna do play model and play foot sound. So now we're calling the events to play the foot sound, which should really work for us. Can hit save and uncheck preview. Close the animation window. We can hit play, and we can hear the noise now. Of course, we did not do it for any other motion except for the walking. So when you're walking forward or walking forward right and forward left, that's because we blend between the animations. You can hear the footstep noises, otherwise we can't. And we have also lost our shooting noise. That's because you will get component in children, and for some reason it also tries to get it in its own self. So it actually got it in its own self. So you can see it even found its own, and the first one it found, it took it as the gun audio, which is not what we want. So we could do something. Let me see, the gun game, what about writing? Object, gun game object. I think we shouldn't write this, I'm just gonna see it. So you don't need to write it right now, don't follow me right now. Equals, well, I'm just looking if I could do something to get it. Yes, you can see that we don't have anything yet that would look like any way of finding it, especially for the gun. So I don't think we can find the gun one. Nah, what's that? That's basically the two strips of the Unity technologies, but we don't need those. I've tried it, but that's useless, so just delete that. I was just checking what I could do. We do have another idea, so we can actually make a debug.log to first confirm what it's taking. So gun audio, we debug.log on that, so we can see in the console what is it finding and what is it setting the gun audio to. Let's see that. So the AK-47 name is there, so just in case the audio was missing, hit play and you can see it gives a debug.log player unity engine.audio source. So that's the problem. It's basically trying to use the audio source of the player object, which will not work. So we can do a for each loop. So let's try that. First, let's just do gun audio equals get components. So get components, we have get components in children parent. I'm gonna go with get components in children this time, and just gonna add, oh, this doesn't work, we have to change the variable up there. So type, we're gonna change it to like an array by adding this to brackets, which changes any type to an array. Now it's working. So next we can say gun audio equals gun audio dot I don't like arrays. Well, I don't think I can really find which one. Nope, that doesn't work. There's really nothing that I can do to set it. That's why it's an array, so we can't really set it. So anyway, don't have anything here. Delete that. Just gonna go with the simple for loop system. We're gonna start with a for each loop, no for loops. For each game, which one? So audio source. You're gonna check for each audio source in. Now it's gonna ask to define a variable, so I'm just gonna define it as an audio source, and it's gonna be gun audio. In the gun audio array, I'm gonna check if gun audio, what to write. So audio source dot clip. Let's just check by the clip maybe. Is there any clip? Clip. Just try it. Clip. Alright, there it is. So if this clip equals to null, rather I think changing this to an opposite would be like if this clip is not equals to null. So which means that one of them has something. So we're just gonna call break. I'm gonna just write gun audio equals audio source. There you are. That's a problem. Well, we have to fix that. Adding this won't work, but we could actually go here and just put these at one index. So now the second one basically, because it starts with 0 in arrays, so the second one that's gonna find is gonna be actually 1. The second one it finds is going to be selected now as this audio source. The audio source which is not null, which has a clip. So this is the one with a clip. It's going to be the one set to the index 1. So we can now do this and set it to 1. What about 2? 1. Now if I shoot, I can hear a noise. If I walk, I can hear a noise. So now it's working. Yeah, it's all fixed. I can jump. Everything works the same. the gun has no more issues. So let's just try another thing. So I think we just wrote some wasteful code here. Delete it and set that to 2. Now if you play, it's not working. I just got an error. So I forgot my own. Actually, that's why I hit erase. Anyway, the start by 0, so the second one was gonna be 1. And I am kind of going for the second, this is the third, and there's no third one that you could find, so I'm just gonna change it back to 1. And now you should see it's gonna all work perfectly and there should not be any problems. And yep, it's all working fine. I can walk on lights, everything's working. Now, let's see, you just got the components and that sort of fixed the problem. So you can close this region, you can close this big region here, and back into iMovie. I think that the volume should be more, so I'm just gonna scale it 4 times more, hit export file, and then I'm gonna rename this one to Footstep audio clip. Delete that and export it into the player folder. Yep, so we got this one, and this one's way louder, so we just delete this one. And now in the player, we're going to in the player model, we're going to change the audio clip to the new one, which is the one I just exported from iMovie. So now I can hit play, and the volume seems a little bit better. I can go straight, climb any of these. Alright, that's it. So just gonna go ahead and do all of the rest of the animations which need the events. So I'm gonna do that. You can do that as well. It's pretty easy. So I'm just gonna do that at 4x speed. Alright. I've done it for the walking backward, left, backwards, and walking, and yes, we're now doing the walking backward, right. Now we get to running. Alright, so that's great. Now we go to running backward. In running backward, we have the same events again, 2 of them. First one's done. Go to 34, add a new animation event, play model, and there you are. Oh, sorry. Anyway, save the project. Every time you do one, after you've done both of the animation events, you must actually do Command S. I think that's a better thing, unless it forgets it. I haven't tried it, so anyway, add a new animation event for the running backward right. The same I've done for the running backward left. So now we can go to right strafe, walking. Add some animation events again. One for the 15th frame, and this time for the 46th. Got both of them ready again. Now right strafe. So that's how I'm gonna continue, and I'll come back after they're all done. almost coming to the end now. And I'm just double checking I did all of them set the events correctly for the sounds. Yes, they're all set. Alright, so we're done with all of the animation events. So I think that's really gonna be the end of this video. But first, let's just hit the play button and move about again. So I can hit shoot, aim, I can spawn those decals, we can move, and I can hear the noise now. So you should as well, unless you have not enabled the audio sign. You can see that, right? So don't forget to do that. I can climb up, and of course we have an issue here. It's because these stairs are a bit uneven. That's okay, we could jump and go. I didn't want to go, so anyway, we're testing now, and all seems alright. So that's really it. I can run, I get the audio aim, and shoot them out. Vroom, vroom. Okay, then save the project, close the animator, and that should be the end of this video. Thanks for watching.